What really makes a handgun a hidden value in today's market? When I call a pistol a gold mine, I'm not talking about resale value. I'm talking about the cold economics of ownership. How many reliable trigger presses you get for every dollar invested over years of training and carry. A true sleeper pistol isn't loaded with gimmicks, experimental coatings, or flashy marketing. It's built on proven engineering, conservative design choices, and mechanical systems that survive serious round counts without draining your wallet. Most professional duty handguns are expected to live somewhere between 20,000 and 50,000 rounds before major wear starts showing up. Slides can develop cracks, locking components wear, and extractors eventually reach the end of their service life. So the real question is simple. Can a lower-priced pistol survive the same schedule? If the answer is yes, and it costs hundreds less than the industry favorites, you may have found a genuine bargain. The problem is that the modern handgun market often rewards hype more than performance. Military contracts, social media trends, and influencer recommendations dominate conversations. Meanwhile, excellent pistols quietly sit on dealer shelves because they never became fashionable. Today, we're looking at 3 of the best sleeper pistols currently available. Handguns that offer serious performance without the premium price tag. Our first contender is the Beretta APX A1. The original APX debuted in 2017 as Beretta's entry into the U.S. Army Modular Handgun System competition. While the pistol performed well, it never escaped the shadow of the winning SIG platform. The aggressive slide serrations divided opinions. The frame design wasn't universally loved, and once it lost the military contract, many shooters simply moved on. That was a mistake. In 2022, Beretta introduced the APX A1 and addressed nearly every criticism aimed at the original pistol. The frame was refined, the trigger improved, the finger grooves disappeared, and the overall profile became much more user-friendly. Despite those improvements, the pistol still carries the reputation of a product many shooters dismissed years ago. That creates an opportunity. Full-size APX A1 pistols can often be found between $380 and $420. Mechanically, the design is exceptionally robust. The slide uses substantial steel construction and weighs noticeably more than many competing striker-fired pistols. That extra mass slows the unlocking cycle and reduces stress on internal components during recoil. The serialized aluminum chassis system operates on full-length steel rails that can be replaced if necessary, although most shooters will never approach that level of wear. Beretta also incorporated a flat coil recoil spring design borrowed from competition-oriented firearms. This system manages slide velocity efficiently, helps reduce muzzle rise, and contributes to long-term frame durability. Next up is the Ruger Security 9. Most shooters associate Ruger with durable revolvers and dependable rimfire pistols, not necessarily modern defensive handguns. That perception helped keep the Security 9 under the radar. When Ruger launched the pistol in 2017, the goal was straightforward: build a reliable carry gun at an affordable price. The result wasn't flashy. The slide serrations are functional rather than stylish. The sights are basic. The overall appearance prioritizes utility over aesthetics. What makes the Security 9 interesting is its operating system. Unlike many competing pistols, it uses an internal hammer-fire design derived from Ruger's successful LCP platform. Many shooters hear hammer-fired and immediately imagine heavy, gritty double-action triggers. That's not what happens here. The Security 9 uses a light internal hammer system that delivers a surprisingly clean trigger break, often measuring around 4.5 pounds. The frame uses high-strength glass-filled nylon, while the internal chassis consists of hard-coat anodized aluminum. The slide rides on full-length rails, and the barrel uses through hardened alloy steel, designed for long-term durability. One particularly overlooked advantage involves slide manipulation. Because the internal hammer assists with controlling slide movement, Ruger was able to use a relatively light recoil spring. That makes the slide noticeably easier to rack compared to many competing pistols. For shooters with reduced hand strength or those training new gun owners, that matters. The final entry is the CZP-07. If the first two pistols didn't grab your attention, this one probably will. The P-07 comes from one of the most respected firearms manufacturers in the world, yet it routinely gets overlooked in favor of more heavily marketed competitors. The biggest reason is simple. It's a traditional double-action, single-action pistol in a market dominated by striker-fired handguns. Many newer shooters see an exposed hammer, dickhocker, and traditional controls and immediately move on. That's unfortunate because the P-07 may be the most capable fighting pistol in this entire lineup. The design traces its lineage directly to the legendary CZ75. Instead of the slide wrapping around the outside of the frame, the slide rides inside the frame rails. This creates a lower bore axis, protects the action from debris, and contributes to excellent recoil control. The cold hammer forged barrel is another major advantage. This manufacturing process hardens the steel and creates exceptional consistency. It's the type of barrel production normally associated with significantly more expensive firearms. The locking system uses a modified Browning design that directs recoil forces efficiently into the barrel hood, helping extend frame life. Then there's the Omega trigger system. The platform is modular enough to allow users to switch between a deckhocker and a manual safety. You can carry it hammer down for a traditional double-action first shot or cocked and locked like a 1911. These three pistols take very different paths toward the same destination. Reliable performance without excessive cost. The Beretta APX A1 delivers modern ergonomics, excellent durability, and duty-grade capability without the premium attached to more popular striker-fired platforms. The Ruger Security 9 focuses on simplicity, affordability, and practical reliability while remaining remarkably easy to operate. The CZP-07 combines proven European combat engineering, excellent accuracy, and one of the most versatile trigger systems available in its price range. None of these pistols became social media superstars. None of them dominate influencer rankings. But all three offer tremendous value for shooters who care more about performance than trends. At the end of the day, steel, springs, and sound engineering matter more than marketing campaigns. Train regularly, learn your equipment, and remember that the best defensive handgun is the one you can operate confidently and effectively when you need it most.